You can even just rub it in with your finger if you want. Black. Temporary glue, just for you to understand. Do a Tokonole natural ingredient. Are you able to see that? Yep. For your leather, you can't burnish it. It doesn't burnish. The barge glue basically is a glue that has been used in the United States for many, many times. It's how it reacts and changes either color or tone. Can you see that? Tokonole is absolutely harm-free. Remember, at Habto, we don't work with products and things that are hazardous or problematic or difficult to deal with. So you can see actually the result on the backside. So what can we understand? If we are going to have a material that turns to be golden, yellowy, it's not because it got dirty, it's because it got fed with natural ingredients. Okay, hello everybody, and welcome to our live stream here on the K97 studios in Amsterdam, a fantastic green screen studio that I recommend everybody to come and take a look at and make some fantastic videos. You know, everybody needs videos and live stream nowadays for all your socials, so this is a great place to come and do everything together in the same day, and even come and pick up some leather and have a cup of coffee and talk about some fantastic things that are happening in your life. Anyway, today I'm going to do a product presentation of a couple of different products. I thought of 3, but maybe there'll be a 4th or a 5th one as well as we go into that. And, you know, to start with, of course, I can't not mention this t-shirt that I'm wearing, which we'll also be talking about. This is our t-shirt series of the Leather Masters. Our first one, somebody that everybody who is in leather carving and leather tooling and leather crafting knows from around the world, is Sarah Garvey from Western in Arizona. And she's an amazing designer and creator and crafter and also teacher. And if you have the opportunity in your life to be taught by her anything that she offers so graciously in one of her courses or classes or just in good nature, well, try that out. And if you're along the way and you want to pick up one of her t-shirts, because she's a partner in these, all the masters are partners with us in collaboration and receive also a part contribution to that. So be part of it. It's a collector series. This is the first one, number 1, Sarah Garvey. Anyway, we're going to go. I'm going to have a few different areas where you're going to see my face and the products behind me appearing. So we'll be having different cameras and different setups going on. You know, here we have a table. I'll be doing a little bit of work as well, so people can enjoy and experience that. So I think I'm going to go for 1 minute to the back of the table. And as we get started, we're going to do their first little work and job. It's going to be applying some Tokonole on a belt strap. And I'll see if we do with a brown Tokonole. Since we have brown belt straps, we have also black Tokonole, we have natural colored belt straps. But I'm going to move to the back, and then we'll switch cameras and you can see from a different angle what I'm doing. And I think that's just a really cool thing. And remember, here in K97 Studios, in the studio itself, you have so many different cameras. I think there's like 20 cameras here. So you can like have an angle even in the top side of your hair. If you want to have an angle that, you can do that as well. So I'm going to the back, and see you leather. Okay. Oh, this Tokonole came out of place. Okay, so as I said before, everybody, welcome to this little live session and talk around and a presentation of some different products that I thought would be interesting for everybody to know. Some of the things everybody knows, of course. Tokonole from Japan. Here, this is a white transparent Tokonole. We have them also in brown and in black. This is the brown version. I think I may just directly start with a brown version. And Tokonole is something that's really magical in a way, because to start with, you need to have a vegetable tanned leather, like such as this belt strap. Let's try to roll this, and for people to appreciate and get to see what this actually looks like. So the Tokonole works well with vegetable tanned leather, and you can see that it has the fibers on the backside of the strap. So one of the cool things here is for sure is you can apply the Tokonole even on the backside. It's something that people weren't used to doing, but I have been trying that more and more. Actually, we've been talking about that in a sense. I'm also going to need a tissue or two, like a paper, which I need. Yeah, I'm going to need a tissue, a paper, very soon, like in about 10 seconds. And I forgot to bring that on the table, but we're going to get that organized. And so the backside of the leather straps, you can put, as I said, the Tokonole on it. Here you have on the back. You can even just rub it in with your finger if you want. Tokonole is absolutely harm-free. It's not a hazardous chemicals. Remember, at Habto, we don't work with products and things that are hazardous or problematic or difficult to deal with. So you can see actually the result on the backside. I'm not sure if you can pick that up that close. Can you? Are you able to see that? Yep. You can see that smoothens out the backside of the leather. Isn't that interesting? Tokonole always was being talked about and promoted for the sides of the leather, because obviously when you're talking about burnishing, so burnishing, it means you get a wooden slicker and you can burnish. Burnishing basically means that inside of the veg tan leathers you have the organic compound materials, and when they get warm, when they get hot, or when they get burnished, which basically means frothing with a wooden stick onto the vegetable tan leather, you get a smoother surface, because we just explained that you have a little bit more of this sort of like hairy, fuzzy type of image going on. But when I add some Tokonole, in this case brown, because it's a brown leather strap, to the sides of the belt strap, we get a really cool situation here on the side. And again, it really is not a problem if it's a little bit of excess, because you can lay that and play with that onto the backside as well always. And again, you want to use your fingers for that. Cool, no problem. You want to use it with a spatula, it's also no problem. But I'm going to now rub the side of the belt strap for you to see that. And you can see how that burnishes. Can you see that? I'm just going to try to give a visual what that looks like for all of you who are watching and following us, wherever you may be. And yeah, so what's very, very interesting, I'm going to grab the microphone again. Yeah, so look at the side of that. We've now burnished, what we call burnished, so taking the wooden slicker, the wooden stick. We've taken our Tokonole, which is our magical cream. Can you see that? In color brown chocolate. So that goes to work with the belt strap, right? And the interesting thing is, if you don't use the vegetable tanning for your leather, you can't burnish it. It doesn't burnish. Burnishing only happens for leather and material that is vegetable tanned. It's very logical, but some people don't think about it. But when you have the material and natural compound inside of your leather tanned, the sealing of the leather, the sealing means the closure of the leather, the heating of the leather creates that sort of sealed, shiny, almost a waxy look to it. It's very incredible how you can see that very clearly, no matter what color you do. And I just wanted to show you because Tokonole has also in color brown and in color black, besides the normal cream color, which is this. This is always and usually the normal Tokonole color, right? It's very cool. But now we also are able to have color black and color brown as well. So the brown, this is the black, by the way. The black, yep, and the color brown. Color brown again. Okay, so we have the three colors, Tokonole black, brown, and natural cream. It's a neutral color, Tokonole. You always need to have a wooden something. We have these wooden slickers, which are burnishing sticks, but basically anything that contains a wooden element to it and you want to slick to it, doesn't matter the shape of it. It's easier when you have these grooves inside, because basically these are the most common grooves that you have for the thickness of leather. You can see the different types of grooves. On the left side here, we have the thinnest groove, which is probably around, I don't know, somewhere around 1 millimeter, 1.2 millimeters. And it goes then bigger to 1.6, 1.8. And you have a groove of around 2 up to 2.5. And then you have grooves which are from 3 all the way up to, it looks even like 9 millimeters. That's very heavy, thick leather. But of course, there's heavyweight, thick leathers out there. And the heavier weight of leathers generally are usually always Verstem, sometimes not. But we're talking about the grooves in this example. So I just wanted to make sure that you all understand that. That's talking about the grooves of the leather, the thicknesses. So that's a little bit the story of Tokonole, and how actually interesting it is that, I just showed this as well, but I would like to show it a little bit from this angle. The backsides of leather can be sealed, can be taken through a Tokonole process as well. And I think I'm going to do a little bit more just for 2 minutes to show people what the procedure of that is, because many people don't finish off the backsides of the belt with a product like a Tokonole. And I think that it is something that is getting more and more popular to do. So I just want to show that, how that process is, just for 1 minute. And I'm going to go back to the back of the table and we'll do that quickly. And then we're going to move to the 3 types of Ecostick glues that we work with by Intercom in Italy. It's a company that's been working on water-based glues for at least 45 years. So while people are just now starting with water-based glues, Ecostick has been working with water-based glues for 45 years, and they are the leader and the number one. And it's not about competition, it's just they're the best in terms of quality, in terms of stickmanship, in terms of just having an open, transparent label on the product that they sell, being fair. And we like to support that. So I'm going to return back the mic, and I'm going to meet you back on the other side of the table. Okay, back to the Tokonole color brown. Are we okay here? Color brown for the backside. This is an important feature because not many people show this. In fact, I think nobody shows this. Everybody always talks Tokonole for the sides, the burnishing of the leather, which is important, obviously. But I feel that if you're going to do a belt and you're going to put a lot of work and effort into it, take 2 minutes more and 50 cents more of Tokonole material and give the product a good finish. It's worth it. It's your product. It's your business. It's your clients. It's your quality stamp. So just take a look at how this finishes up. It's truly amazing. It's just the difference between an unfinished. Can you see that? Here you I mean, I didn't finish it properly, perhaps. I need more, but you can understand the difference between the finished on the backside of using a product like Tokonole and the raw side. No finish on it. Some people like it raw. I get it. I understand that. But if you'd like to have something that's classical and feel good and that is finished, Tokonole is the right way to go. That's why we offer the belt straps in the color chocolate brown. And together with the chocolate brown, you get yourself a chocolate Tokonole, a brown Tokonole. If you want to dye vegetable tan leather for belting into hundreds of different colors that are available, well, we work with Feelings. It's another good company. Also, we have some dyes from Angelus, so we're not tied to any one company or another. Not at all. We are totally independent. You can grab yourself a natural belt strap, just like here, and you can dye that into hundreds of colors that we have available. And that's not a problem. I think pretty soon we'll also be offering a course on how to dye vegetable leather straps, as I used to do many, many years ago, back when I was living in Argentina. We used to do that. So that's the Tokonole. I want to end with the Tokonole thing because we do have a few other things that we want to touch on. Let me just make sure the colors are correct here while I'm putting them back. This is the natural. Are they in order? Look in order. Okay. Another important question, as I just mentioned, is that question of the glues. The glues are becoming a very important topic because, to my great surprise, I'm still finding a lot of people that are using glues with toluene inside. And toluene is a very bad chemical for your breathing. So if you're working in an atelier or in a business or in a warehouse and they're using toluene and for some reason you're having problems breathing, it's not because you smoke cigarettes. It's because you're inhaling toluene glue. Toluene glue is actually just as bad for you as smoking a cigarette. It's breathing questions. So what we have and we work with is Intercom Ecostick. We don't work with any other company. And the reason is that it's a solid company of 45 years working only in water-based material. They are totally, truly, sustainably certified, and so are we. And that's where our partnership really starts and blooms very well together. And we have 3 products. We started, as everybody knows, with a 1804, which is the continuation of the 1816B. 1804 is the permanent glue from Intercom Ecostick 1804. This is a permanent glue. Then we have the 90155, which is the temporary glue, the 90155 STHV. 9015 STHV, the temporary glue. In Dutch, we call it the af- en aanplak. Then we have a brand new tube that has come in, a brand new, not tube, we have hundreds of these tubes, but a brand new product that has come in, which is the 5020 barge glue. The barge glue basically is a glue that has been used in the United States for many, many times. It's a little bit more grayish, brownish in color. And it's a heavy-duty, fast stick glue. The amazing thing, just like our leathers, this stuff smells good. So that's, besides their sustainability values, we also like Ecostick and Intercom very much because of their good smell of their products. It helps us a lot in maintaining our core message and value to everybody. You come into our place and you know what you're buying. You can smell the different extracts that are in our leathers, whether it's mimosas or olive or chestnut or tara or oak bark or quebracho, whatever it may be. All our stuff is natural. So I wanted to do a quick presentation on the glue and show everybody, and then I'm going to go to the soaps. But while this is drying, the glue's drying, I'm going to go and also show you two of our new Olivenleder products, which are our soaps. I'm cutting a piece of Olivenleder leather, which is our chaps leather, brand new chaps leather that we presented in Sheridan, USA. And now we have some fantastic followers that are buying that as well and using that. And I'm going to cut a piece of our Vaqueta Baby Blue. And I'm going to bring this to the front just so people can appreciate. So we're going to switch microphones. Okay. So here I am back at the table. As I said, we have the temporary glue, the 9015 STHV. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? Close up? Yep. It's the 9015 STHV. It's the temporary glue. We're going to use now the 1804, which is the permanent glue, which is the replacement of the 1816B. I recommend a little spatula. Oh, my spatula just fell down. It's coming back. My spatula is here. It's like magic. This is like a magic show. So what do? We put a little bit of glue on our spatula because, of course, this is a very small piece. I'm going to spread it thin here. And as what I told you, we're going to do with the permanent glue, we're going to do the example of the temporary glue, just for you to understand what a temporary glue means. We're going to just lay this down for 1 second. So we're working with the 1804 permanent glue, but I'm going to show you quickly what it means in the temporary. It's a very quick thing that I can do. Got two sides. I'll put them together for leather, you know? Put them together. If I made a mistake, it looks like I made a mistake, I can take it off and I can put it back on. That's the temporary, the function of the temporary. But we are on and off, okay? Let's say that would be what we were doing to create a situation of a temporary glue. We would be taking this on and off temporary glue. So I expressly, I didn't put so much, and I'm going to put a little bit more because this is the permanent glue, right? So it is a permanent glue, but I just quickly wanted to show everybody what that meant. Okay. Here we go. Key of using glues, putting them back in place. But I'm sure everybody knows that. And I'm leaving this here to dry, and we'll go to our next situation. So at the end of the show, we'll go and take a look at that. I guarantee you that with the 1804, you won't be able to remove it. It's a very permanent glue. But why do we have the 5020? It's a barge glue. Basically, a barge glue dries faster. But I'm going to cut also two pieces, show you what the barge glue looks like, because it does dry out in a different way. So I'm going to grab myself another piece of the blue Vaqueta, grab myself another piece of the Olivenleder cream color. We're going to do the 5020 right here. Barge glue. We just did the permanent. Remember, it's all from Intercom. our partners in sustainable, water-based glues that are not toxic. They have no toluene. They are not flammable. They are just really cool. Water-based glues. Great for your leather projects. If you've been watching the movies of Grinda, Nico from Grinda in Monaco, Monte Carlo, he's been talking about water-based glues. He's been talking about glues in general, but he actually mentioned Intercom, and we actually did a little bit of a story on that after. So this is barge glue. This is 1804. Okay? Important thing with the glues, put them back. Okay? That's key. Very, very important. Okay, next thing that we wanted to talk about. First, I'm going to grab myself. Cheers. Some water. Important to stay hydrated. And speaking about staying hydrated, we have developed a new product for your leather, which is called Leather Food. And what does Leather Food do? Leather Food keeps your leather hydrated, like your skin. Leather wax, it's called, but it's actually Leather Food. We're going to be changing the label because I think Leather Food is something that really best describes this. You know, one of the most beautiful things about the Olivenleder leather food or leather wax is actually that we did it on a natural way. So here there are no funny ingredients in there. It's just pure natural butters, oils, and Olivenleder tanning agent. So if you don't want to put this on your leather, put it on your skin. It's leather food. And skin is leather in the same aspect. So I'm going to come again to the front for 1 minute, and then I'm going to show this around. And I see we have a lot of people on Instagram, which is really cool. I'm going to say hello also to all those who are following us through the Instagram channel. That's really amazing. Thank you so much. And leather food. This is going to be the revolution of how you take care of your leather products as if it's your own skin, which it is. Leather is nothing more than skin. And when you do a product, you make a product, you need to feed your skin. So I'm going to show that to you all and have you understand what that looks like in a piece of leather and how you can even apply it so simply. I'm very didactic with my fingers because I like to be in touch with what I'm doing. And since the materials and the ingredients are natural, I don't need to wear gloves. I don't need to wear paintbrushes. It's easier for washing off perhaps at the end. But look at this. If I add this natural food to the leather, then what happens? My leather comes alive. My leather starts to patina. Patina is basically the transformation within the vegetable matters of a vegetable tanned leather, how it reacts and changes either color or tone. Can you see that? Are you able to see that? This is nature in movement as we speak. The only difference between this with no leather food inside and this is the leather food. So what can we understand? If we are going to have a material that turns to be golden, yellowy, It's not because it got dirty, it's because it got fed with natural ingredients. So it's something that's really phenomenal to appreciate and admire. And you basically can see that directly when you apply these natural type of ingredients inside. I think that it's very interesting how when we can start using natural ingredients with other things that are natural ingredients, we start to really connect to what that looks like in terms of a good natural lifestyle. Many people, they come to me and they said, "How do I clean my shoes? My bag is drying out." I always tell them, get leather food. They always look for these solutions, even on shoes, where they say, "Oh, but it has to be with a pigment of a black synthetic," and they mention the names, these generic names, like as if it's a Xerox machine or a burger or whatever it may be. But when I meet people in my pop-ups and I simply explain to them a concept of leather food, it's something that people haven't ever associated with when it comes to leather food. And yet when you hear the word of skin and you can just see this, what just happened, what just transformed, you really can understand. And if you need further explanation and connection to it, just smell it. The smell of this is just amazing. So that's our leather food, new product that we've developed together with Olivenleder. The Olivenleder extract is inside of here. And it's really, really cool. This run we made together with a fantastic Dutch company called Boom. We jointly collaborated on this project to get this going and to see if there was an interest for it. It appears that there is an interest for it, as a concept at least, and we'll see how we develop that relationship and this product going forward. At the same time, and the last thing that I would like to bring up for today is our Olivenleder soap that comes in a bar. Now, I spoke about leather food from Olivenleder and how all our leather can use, and all our skin can use leather food. It's actually, the leather food concept is actually more generic than we all think. This is an Olivenleder leather food. Actually, one of the other things that we've discovered that's very interesting on this, and then I'll go into the soap, is that if I take a dry piece of normal veg tan leather, like a harness leather that's all dried out, and I apply this, actually I can do that right now. I forgot that I have a belt strap that's actually exactly with that characteristic. So I'm gonna put this. Sorry, I was gonna go into the soap, but I'm just gonna finish this. I think it's very interesting. So here we have a belt strap, color natural. It's out of a dried out classical harness or belt strap leather. Can you see what it looks like natural? Are we in contact with that? Can we see this? Also on Instagram? Now I'm going to apply the Olivenleder leather food, brand new product. Olivenleder, this is a worldwide debut, by the way. We haven't launched this anywhere. So we are now launching this officially. This is very cool. Look, are you watching what's going on? This is happening live on stage, gentlemen and ladies and gentlemen, even on Instagram. Check it out. Do you see that? Wow. That is very cool. That is very cool. We're streaming here. We're streaming also on Instagram, going on YouTube, streaming all over the place. Streaming, and we're leathering, and we're applying leather food. That is amazing. Do you see that glow in the leather? If you don't remember what it looked like, no problem. Here you go. That's what it looked like, Instagrammers. This is what it looks like after Olivenleder leather food. And the funniest thing is that we now developed this article called Jessie with Olivenleder, which is carvable and toolable, etc., with Olivenleder tanning, and you don't need to wet it back anymore. This is the beauty of the Jessie. You don't need to wet back this leather, right? Okay? I know in the US, wetting back means something different. Doesn't matter. It's adding water to your vegetable tanning leather, adding water, wetting it back. Okay? So you don't need to wet back anymore this leather. And the interesting thing is with the leather food from Olivenleder, we discovered you don't need to either. So you can actually take a tanned leather, like an oak bark tanned leather, like this is. This is oak. Oak bark tanned leather. Okay? Oak bark tanned leather. You add the leather food, as we did. I'll add a little bit more, just so people can see it. A little bit more. We're leathering around here. Leather, leather, leather. See your leather? Look at that. Is that cool? Okay. So I just wanted to show that at the end, and now we go quickly, 1 minute, to the soap, Olivenleder soap, because it's all connected. All connected. Everything is connected. Nature is connected. Olive leaves, oak bark, mimosa, vaqueta. We talked about a lot of things today. Tokonole, the glues. The word that brings all this together is nature. I don't even need to say organic or natural or nature. And that's the essence behind Habto. Habto is a project that tries to combine all those elements together. It's just what it is. What you get is what you see is what you get. So last product that we designed for you and that we created and that's being sold, Olivenleder soap. Olivenleder soap. Instagrammers, it's hot to trot, guys. Olivenleder soap in a bar. And guess what the main ingredient is? Nature. Is that funny? Nature. Natural things are inside of here. Shea butter, olive oil, got some spices going on. And of course, to round it up, we have the Olivenleder tanning extract is inside. Now, somebody would come to me and say, tanning extract is inside and I can use it as a soap. What's that? Well, my answer to you is, if you haven't participated in an Olivenleder tanning agent extract tasting, that's the tanning agent that we use to make Olivenleder leather. This leather from Olivenleder is made with the natural ingredients of the tanning agent. The tanning agent, you can test it. You can taste it. Testing and tasting is the same for us because when we taste something, we're testing it. And you can taste what this piece of leather, the Kalamata, or any of the Olivenleder articles are made with, the agent, the tanning agent. This bar of soap is also made with that. Okay? This leather food is also made with that. The Ecostick is not made with that. Could be. We could add that. But it's also made with natural ingredients, yet it's stronger than toluene, bad for your chest and breathing. Tokonole, natural ingredient, but yet it shines. And it does this magic on the leather. How come with all this magic, we're not getting more people to come on board with enjoying the magic. Well, they are. People are coming on board. That's the great news. So remember when we were gluing and I had the two pieces of the different types of glues that we had here? Well, I have my number one glue, 1804, which is the X1816B, permanent glue from Intercom Ecostick. And this is what I'm going to show you now. We also have the barge glue, the shoe glue, as somebody just pointed out, 5020, the shoe glue. I'm going to show that as well in 1 minute, but first we're going to do the 1804. Oh my God. I can't take it out. I'll try it again on the other side. Maybe on the other side I'm luckier. I can't. Whew. This stuff really sticks. 1804 by Ecostick. Water-based permanent glue. Amazing. Oops, it is. Magic. Things fall. 50020. You remember the 50020? The barge glue. The shoe glue. Shoe glue for you. Here we go. Let's try. Oh my God. I'm going to need some more water here. Hold on. Can't remove it. That was, how long ago was that? 15 minutes ago? 20? It's amazing. It's instant. 1520 instant glue. 1804 permanent glue. And remember, we still have the temporary glue, which is basically on and off. If you glue together and you want to take it on and you want to take it off because you want to change the position, you use this glue. The 9015 STHV. That's it. Good stuff, good ingredients, natural, nature, friendly, just as we are. See you later.